Had lost a bit of pace, not his nip, but if you were comparing him with Waqar was clearly more pacey than Wasim Akram.
We were lucky that he came to us at a youngish age, so he's still maturing as both a domestic cricketer and an international cricketer. But he fitted into our dressing room perfectly, and he played his cricket brilliantly. He helped win us games, and he enjoyed everything that went with Surrey cricket off the field as well.
I really believe he was a first-class individual on and off the field. I think that was crucial. The amount of work he did in the changing room was fantastic. We thought he'd probably join and just sort of keep the techniques that they've learnt over here, sort of actions and thoughts of bowling reverse swing to himself. And he passed it on to the individuals. There was one area where I felt I could contribute to some degree, and he asked me to, that when he bowled conventional swing, it was a totally different action to when he bowled reverse swing. He started to sling when he reverse swung, and when he sort of bowled a long spell of reverse swing, the next game he had a tendency to go back to that action, and you had to try and pinpoint it out for him. And he just mentioned that to the players and passed on a great deal of knowledge.
Injuries been part of my life. Broke my back twice, had a really bad elbow, broken elbow a couple of times, and had a loose chip in there when I was at Glamorgan. So injuries, as I say, is a part of fast bowling's jewelry, so cannot really complain about that.
I'll tell you about his personality. He had one incident we had a canal where you can swim, rough canals. No, there's plenty of incident happen on that canal, and people have no facilities in the village, so they go and jumping in the canal and swim there. So he jumped it. Luckily something happened. He fell over from that bridge. That finger get cut off.
I just got this finger cut, say, just before I played for my bank first class, just maybe a couple of months before I played for first class cricket. And I was really determined at that time. I just wanted to play cricket and I wanted to do well. And suddenly I got this finger cut by a stupid incident. That was painful. And then suddenly I thought my cricket is over, and just went back and literally had a bad few weeks in thinking, okay, I'm finished with cricket.
So it's going to affect your game because you're going to play like that. That was I'm talking about when he started playing first class cricket. I went to see him and I said, Waqar, sorry for that. And he said, no, look, my teammates, my club people, my surrounding is telling me pack cricket and go to Sharjah and work somewhere there and have a degree or something. So you have no future in cricket. And I'm going to prove them wrong, Mushi.
That's where it all started, and I thought, okay, we'll give it a go. And then that really gives me more determination that it doesn't matter if I got finger or not, I can still do it.
There is always excuses in the world. But he never think like that. Waqar never said anything or to anybody. He never actually tried to explain people.
And he's bowled in straight under the bat, the absolute perfect Yorker.
Always wanted to do well, whatever I used to like, not apart from studies. I always wanted, whatever I wanted to do, I always wanted to be the best. I was basically an athlete. I've done a lot of sports, not only cricket. I played hockey, soccer, bit of basketball at school, and badminton, table tennis. Every sport I played. I was a good athlete overall, but I'm glad that I picked the right sport when I really wanted to be a professional.
Fantastic bowling, fantastic bowling.
I wasn't one of those kids who started probably at the age of 5 or 6. And no, not like that. I started when I was in probably grade 6 or 7, probably around 9, 10. And my father used to live in Dubai, and we were with him for a few years, and then my family moved back. My father stayed actually, and then I stayed with him. That's where I started playing cricket. In Abu Dhabi, there's a place called Pakistan Culture Center. That's where I started playing and started bowling the leggies, and suddenly I saw people running in bowling all those quicks, and I thought, okay, let's try that, and that's where it all started.
Edged and gone.
In my school, they never used to play me because I was all over the place. I was quick, but all over the place, and they used to just say, nah, we'd rather play somebody who can bowl straight. And then that didn't really stop me bowling quick, and I came here and play for Pakistan. Once I played for Pakistan, that's what Imran said, just bowl quick, and that's what I did. If you ask anybody here in Pakistan, they'll come out with Imran Khan, and I'm nothing new. And I literally always wanted to be like him, because he was the hero of my childhood. Not childhood, when I started playing cricket, because that's when I started watching cricket. And he was always been a hero and always stays my hero. And he's the guy who gives me that inspiration also, the way he takes his game, takes his life overall. Controversy has always been a part of cricket. It's nothing new. So yeah, maybe it determines us more that we want to prove that we're right, and we probably proved it now that we were right. We're always right. Now they call it reverse swing. It used to be cheating before, or whatever you call it. It's gone. You know, I don't want to talk about it. At some stage, it was pretty annoying, and especially the media, when they were, you know, always walking down the reception, walking down the lobby, and they're taking photos, asking you different questions, you know, and you're just ignoring them and stuff. It was pretty annoying on that tour, but we took it very light and just carried on with it.
By the good third half of the tour, we were pretty sick of it, but early on we were just loving it.
It was one of those things that I was coming out of injury, because I got injured just before the World Cup '92, and my back was broken, and they were like, people back home, they started talking about that he's not going to play again. The doctors gave me that you know, no signal that you might not play again and stuff like that, and I couldn't take that, and I wanted to prove that I can, and I trained really hard before that tour, and I wanted to do well, especially against England. After playing all this county season, I wanted to prove that I can play well against the England here, and that was a motivation, and that really gives me lot of energy, lot of power to do well, and that was a highlight of my tour, and I will always remember that tour.
Waqar, at the time, you know, he's bowled spells, or the two of them have bowled spells at me, which I can't remember many people bowling quicker. At Old Trafford in '92, when Graham Gooch and myself opened, I think we had about 40 minutes to bat on one evening. They came steaming in, and the same again, Atherton and myself opened at the Oval, probably in '96, or whenever it was they were over, and we had a torrid hour. We survived it, but there was some rapid bowling going on.
Now people know what reverse swing is, and I'm glad that it has come to cricket, that people know what reverse swing is, because this is good for game, this is good for the fast bowlers who are struggling against these batsman's world, in this batsman's world. So I think it is good that something as fast bowlers can come out with. If they're good in it, they'll do good on any pitch. I don't call the ball scratching or that cheating was a dark days, because we proved it right now that there is a reverse swing now, and now we can put a hand up and say, oh, here you go, you know, have a look. This is what reverse swing is all about, and now everybody talks. I'm glad that they've given this name to it, the reverse swing, because I don't know, nobody said anything before.
Waqar Younis, brilliant bowler, the ability to reverse swing the ball. It's very in vogue now, reverse swing. It was 13 years ago in 1992. They were the two best exponents that really had a lot of media coverage.
I've done my bit, and this was in my destiny, and I did what I could do, and if I have brought some smile on somebody's face, that really gives me satisfaction, and I'm happy with it. Doesn't really matter what they write on it.
Yeah, we can smile, and I'm sure he can, looking at that career record. 87 test matches, 373 wickets at an average in the low 20s. It's a good strike rate. The best of 7 for 76. And in one-day internationals, again, those figures stacking up very well indeed. So Waqar Younis, the latest in our series, Pioneers of